This podcast is brought to us by Hangover Destroyer, the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. Go to Hangover Destroyer website, hdestroyer.com, write happy hour in the coupon code, and get 30% off of Hangover Destroyer, and seize the dawn.
It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com, brought to us today by Petite Pet Care. If you're going out of town, if you have a schedule that keeps you away from home, the folks at Petite Pet Care understand that some pets don't mind being boarded, but others prefer the comfort of their own home, and if that's your pet, Petite Pet Care will give them loving care when you're not there. You can find them at petitepetcare.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limo or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you because that's New Orleans, and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar, in this case we're at Wayfare on Ferret Street, which is a gorgeous-looking place,
Great
isn't it?
spot.
I know, we love it here. And first of all, before I tell you anything about Wayfare, which I'm going to do, welcome back to Andrew Duhon. Thank you very much.
It doesn't need it's not like applause.
Our
really,
happy
it's just-
hour
I'm just
troubadour
back.
who's been wandering around the world.
Home.
I'm eating one of these Ricola things, by the way. Just,
Yeah.
I think it's sexy to chew
Well,
stuff
yeah,
during the show.
You're
So
entitled to your own
yeah,
opinion.
that's
even
why I
if
got
you're
one.
incorrect.
Which doesn't sound too good. Chris is going to hate me for it. Anyway, Wayfare is a restaurant and a bar that serves handcrafted food and spirits. Did you know that?
I did when I looked
Stacey's
on
taking her
Facebook.
clothes off already. Where Chef Kevin White puts fine dining into a sandwich, and that's not just some sort of bullshit slogan, by the way, PH Fred.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I
Chef-
ate one. It was tasty.
Didn't you just have one when I walked in here?
It was marvelous.
Isn't it great?
Great. Marvelous.
What did you have?
A sandwich.
You know which one, though?
The good one. The media
Number
day.
one.
Media day.
That's what I have too. It's awesome, isn't it? You
Yes.
cannot believe that's just a simple sandwich. Mikayla, have you had any sandwiches here yet?
No, I haven't, but I was here last year for, what was it?
Christmas.
Ferret Street
Dinner.
Fest.
Yes.
Took a guess.
Maybe. Well, it's something, a beer festival, and this was one of the stops. Fret Street
Yeah.
Ale Fest, something like
Right.
that. But yeah, it was.
No, the food is
Cool.
awesome. The chef
Drinks are
Kevin
good.
White, was a chef with Mario Batali in New York
Oh.
before he came down here to open this joint. And he's putting all this fine dining training into making sandwiches. And also they have happy hour between 4 and 7 o'clock every day if you want to come down and have an awesome cocktail. And that's the whole show. I think it's been a great show
It's
today.
been
Thanks for
fun.
joining us.
Thanks for
That was
having
Happy
us.
Hour. Stasia Cymes is here to my left. PH Fred is over here to my sort of semi-left. And Mikayla, straight ahead. PH Fred and Mikayla both making a return visit to our show. And
The
Stasia's here for the
familiars,
first
the
time in an
vets.
awesome-looking outfit. If you're looking at this, if you can go to our web site or our Facebook page and see what Stasia's wearing for Halloween, it's awesome. PH Fred, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Let me tell everybody a little bit about you.
Please do.
PH Fred is a New Orleans entertainer whose colourful career includes stints as an elementary school teacher. That's not that colourful, really, is it?
Actually, I
Why would
never
you
did
lead
that.
off with that? You never did
No,
that.
I
That was bullshit.
I was never an elementary school teacher.
That's not even true.
It's not even
Oh,
true.
how the hell did that get in my
I was
head?
a high school teacher
Oh, fuck, that's crazy.
and a college professor, an instructor.
What high school did you teach at?
Lots of them
Oh, really?
until they caught on.
Okay. Okay.
No, Jesuit, Mount Carmel, Saint Scholastica, several others.
What they
Country
catch?
Day.
What they catch on to? Not anything.
That I was-
nothing pervy.
No, nothing perfect. That I was too intelligent for the administration.
Interesting. Was that their words or yours?
That's what the cease and desist said.
Okay. All right. Too intelligent. You'll have to leave. You're too intelligent. Okay. PH Fred's a New Orleans entertainer whose colourful career includes stints as a high school teacher, a classics professor at Loyola University. What does that mean? You taught Latin?
Latin, mythology, the history of comedy, Greek.
The history of comedy. Let's start with that, shall we?
It started from Aristophanes up
Aristophanes walks into a cave.
to... No, that was Socrates.
Oh, Socrates. What did Aristophanes look like?
I don't know. Didn't have a camera back then. Ugly.
You didn't have to. You didn't have.
He was ugly.
You didn't have photos of these people when you're
No.
doing the history of comedy.
No, I didn't.
Really, you have to do it with no aids.
No. Hopefully.
Okay, all right. Well, let's not go down there. Okay. Also, Fred's a composer of music for children's toys. Okay, that's something I've seen
Little
very rarely hear anymore.
Little Tykes, Disney. The Singing Kitchen, the Singing Grocery Store.
You are the voice of
wrote
the
that.
singing kitchen and singing grocery store.
The music.
What do they sing?
La 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 la, I'm a kitchen. Jack.
How'd you get that
Jack
gig?
Mealy and I had that gig together.
That is a fantastic
It was a
gig.
wonderful
La la
gig.
la la, I'm a kitchen. Are you sure
Exactly.
that wasn't from the History of Comedy course? Well, you know.
That's where the Twains met.
Yeah, that's where things start to get interesting.
Yes.
How did you get that gig, though? Why did Disney, of all people in the country, pick you to be the voice?
Because of my record, Kill Barney.
Ah, 'cause
They
Kill
said
Barney.
they said I know about children.
Ah,
a real thing?
True.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Let's move on here.
Let's move on.
Okay. PH has performed extensively as a stand-up comedian and as a founding member of the improvisational comedy troupe known as Brown. Mr. Fred is also an accomplished visual artist in paint and sculpture with works in galleries in Santa Fe, Los Angeles, and New York City.
This is true.
Okay, so far that's right? We didn't fuck
Yes.
that up at all. Mr. Fred is the subject of a documentary film, They Call Me Mr. Fred,
This is also true.
and the star of an upcoming film, What the Fred?
That's the
Now
same
that's
movie.
funny, WTF.
That's the
It's
same movie. That's the
There's
same.
not two
Who
movies.
does research for you?
Ah, that's a very good
Times
question.
Picayune,
Yes.
probably.
So yeah, there's no second movie coming out. That's
the
bullshit.
Same, that's the same movie.
Same movie. Is it called What the Fred, or
It's
is it
called,
called?
They Call Me Mr. Fred.
And then how does What the Fred get involved?
I
with
think that was at the end of the trailer for the movie. I don't know that people in the research
okay.
department.
Okay, I have to look into that. Okay, heads will
Yeah.
roll about that then. Fred.
Yes.
Fred's latest record with his all-star band, the Round Pegs, featuring ex-members of Lou Reed's band, George Porter from the Meters, and Mike Watt from Iggy Pop's band, The Stooges. Is that true?
This is true.
Holy shit! Is called Rough, Dumb, Crazy, Sad, and Blue.
That's
And
true as well.
it's available wherever good music is streamed or stolen. And it's
Yes.
just, is it out now? Here it is in
They-
front of
it's-
us.
They're in front of you.
Who's the cute looking little redhead girl with the
That's
freckle?
That's Francesca.
Okay.
And actually, that's
Did
very fitting. If you ever saw the Monster Mash ball when you were a child, claymation thing with all the critters, that was the chick in that movie. And that was a modern representation of her.
Okay. Do you get the right to use that from Disney or something?
I have no idea.
She's got a PH Fred tattoo on
She
her.
does
as
have a
well.
Fred
That's pretty
tattoo.
funny. Hey, that's great. Let me tell you about Stasia Cymes, Fred.
Please do.
Mr. Fred. Stasia spent. Hey, Stasia. Stasia spent 15 years in Seattle, Washington, as a band manager and entertainer, including fronting the indie rock band The Endeavors, with whom she recorded 2 albums: The Fine Art of Persuasion and Highway to Me.
Hey, somebody did
Hey,
their
nice.
homework.
Now that's true, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all true.
All right. Before loading up the U-Haul and moving to New Orleans on a whim in 2011.
Yes.
That's relatively true as well.
Well, that whim, it took about 8 months to whim myself here, but yeah.
But you didn't have any reason to come here other than you just decided I want to move to New Orleans.
I was energetically drawn here, yes,
You had
sir.
to ditch the band for
I
that.
did, and ditched the band, my man.
Was he in the
whole
band?
shebang.
Was your
No.
boyfriend in the band?
He's just a groupie.
Really? You had to say goodbye to the band and your boyfriend. You
Yes.
must really wanted to move to New Orleans, or did you really hate the band and hate him?
Actually, no, I was really in love with both, but I love New Orleans more now.
Wow. More than a boyfriend and more than a band. You could
Yeah.
have, you can replicate that back down here, of course.
Yeah.
Are you in a band here?
No, my
Hey.
business is my new band.
We could hook you up today, right?
We know
Andrew?
people.
Yeah.
I hear there's some music happening.
Yeah,
in
we
this
can.
town.
You can sing a song today if you like as well. And do you have a boyfriend yet?
No, I'm single.
Single.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you
you're
heard it
looking
here first, people.
for, looking for a band. Looking for a band. Are you looking for either a band or a boyfriend, or you don't care about either?
No.
Not looking. No. Yes, I'm looking. Or no, I'm looking.
I'm not looking for
Not
either
looking
of
for
those
either.
things.
Okay. So anyway, Stacia, it says that you started your life here in New Orleans as a server at Commander's Palace restaurant,
Yes.
but very soon went on to open your own business, and the Brennan family, who own Commander's, became your first clients.
That's right.
Well, that's damn handy, isn't it? That business is called Clear the Clutter. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount of stuff in your life, Stacia can help you. Let go of that which no longer serves you and teach you how to get your shit together.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say that.
I know.
Stacia's also a Reiki practitioner and a fire walker.
Yeah, I do all of these things.
Okay, Reiki. Shall we start off with Reiki, or shall I just read Mikayla's? Shall we come back to
No.
Reiki after I
No.
introduce you, Mikayla? I'm going to introduce you first, and then we're going to come back to Reiki, because I think we could all do with the Reiki therapy.
Yeah.
Don't you? Mm-hmm. All of us. We'll need
I'm
an
intrigued.
adjustment.
I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm ready.
Nor do we. Mikayla, welcome back. And if
Thank
you haven't
you.
met Mikayla on our show before, she's been on twice before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
been a while though.
It has been a while.
think.
I don't have any recollection of the last time, do you? I think,
It was at Casa Borrega
yes.
before it was open.
Right.
Long enough to
that was
forget.
before they even opened Casa Borrega.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
when we were still there, yeah. We were there before they opened, then they got open and kicked us out because there were too many people.
It's a cool place. Have you been? Since it's open?
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
we've been. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think we can still eat for free there, can't we? If we
Was that
I
the
hope.
rule?
I don't know.
Just don't
I
bring
think
the
Hugo
microphone.
would hook us up.
Just don't bring the microphone.
No, yeah. No, he just kicked us out because he was sick of us. There's no tables there, you know. There's like 6 tables, and we were taking up too much space.
Yeah.
Did I
And we smell bad.
have my CD out when I must have.
You had a CD out called Mikayla. Do you have another one?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I have material. I just everything
Haven't
else.
recorded it. We could do it live here today.
All of it?
Record live at Wayfare. Yeah. How many have you got?
Like 16.
Chris, press record. Let's do this.
Come on. Mikayla's a New Orleans singer, songwriter, and musician who describes her music as neo-soul pop, combining catchy rhythms and hooks with introspectively driven lyrics. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Did you write that about yourself, or did someone write that about you?
No comment.
You have to think of the right answer. What's the correct answer to that?
Do you like it?
I like it, yeah. I think it sounds
Then
like
I
a pretty...
wrote it.
Then you wrote it. Hey, know it, I wrote it. Around New Orleans, you can see Mikayla fronting her band, sometimes behind a piano, but most often playing her signature ukulele in venues as diverse as Checkpoint Charlie's and the House of Blues. Mikayla's first record, Mikayla, which you did have out last time.
Did I give one to you?
You did.
Oh, okay, good.
It's available where all good music is streamed or stolen. And where's the follow-up?
What do
How
you mean?
far away is it? And what do you need? You need to do
Well-
a Kickstarter or something?
No, I just need a studio and a producer that.
Shit, that's
We're
not
on the-
much,
the
right? Just a
same
studio and a
level.
producer. Do you have the money already?
You know.
Yes. That
I
sounds like
could
yes. Okay.
pull it together if I found a place that I was ready for.
Okay, well, I'm sure that we can find you a studio and a producer, right? If
Sure,
have the
you ever
money.
been to Cincinnati?
Andrew can produce it for you. He's not doing anything for the next... How long does it take to produce a record?
Depends on
It
how many
depends.
tracks and how many instruments and how together the material is.
How together is the material, Mikayla? You got the songs ready?
Yeah, they're all ready. It's just I still need to iron out exactly what kind of backing instruments I want and getting a group together or deciding if I want to do it by myself. So I still have the logistics to work out. But most importantly for me, it's just a producer that I kind of is on the same wavelength as me.
And who would that be?
I haven't found them yet.
But what kind of wavelength are we looking for here?
Just musically,
Right.
you know, it's a fine line when you meet really talented people, but you have really different musical influences, and they kind of say, oh, you know, you should take it this way, and this would sound cool.
Do you like Barney?
Barney?
Yeah, the dinosaur. Do you know P.H. Fred's song Kill Barney?
Well, I just heard about it. I gotta listen to
Yeah,
it.
Hey, can you, Fred, you want to do like just one? Come on.
Well,
You made me do
Right.
it last
I'm
time. You
so
made me do it
You
last
don't want to do it? Okay.
Not
Well,
again.
It's very popular. It's on Dr. Demento if you were looking for it.
I'll look it up.
If you listen to this and you want to hear Kill Barney by P.H. Fred, go to
on
Dr.
the
Demento.
Dr. Demento show.
Yeah.
Made the funny
Look at this
comment.
guy's ass hanging out of his pants across here, by the way. I shouldn't have to look at that, should I? Really? Good heavens.
Stop with the cracks.
Who's
Stop with
gonna,
the cracks.
Who's going to tell
That
that
can't
guy?
be unseen.
Douglas, get a shot at... Get it from my point of view. This is... Can you see that stage?
How loud are we
That's
talking?
horrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
I
about that.
saw
I'm
that.
sorry.
So
That
these
really
mics-
put me off my
Everybody
whole...
get really close so we don't have to talk very loud. We can talk about everybody.
He can hear us.
Okay,
I don't
it says,
think
yeah.
he can't hear us. Douglas has got interesting pants on too. You can stick your hands on the back of them.
Yeah.
What is going on here today? It's like some sort of Halloween theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so Mikayla, I was thinking maybe P.H. Fred could produce your
I'm
record.
not a producer. I'm sorry.
Well, what about all
but
these...
I could introduce you to a producer.
What about all these famous people in your band?
Well, I think we'll talk about the fudge,
we'll talk.
the shed people later.
Hey, Fred,
Yeah.
come in so you talk on that mic. Fred,
Yes.
tell us how you get to work with people who are in Lou Reed's band.
MySpace.
MySpace.
I was doing a kids record right after the storm, and I started sending out feelers to all the musicians I liked. And next thing you know, Lou Reed's band people started writing me back. And the story I was going to tell you earlier, but you told me, shh, don't tell me that
Don't
story.
tell me, wait till we turn the mics on. Yeah.
So about 5 years ago, I wrote a song called "I'm No Angel," a serious Fred tune, and the guy from Lou Reed's band, Fernando Saunders, who's actually an excellent producer. He produced Marianne Faithfull. He produced Lou Reed. Excellent producer.
What's his name? I'm going to write it down.
Fernando Saunders.
Fernando Saunders. Where
And
does he live?
He was a bass player for Jeff Beck, bass player for Lou Reed. Anyway, he had a hit with one of my songs. I go up to New York.
You wrote a song for this guy who's
I wrote a song for him.
one
Yeah,
of the world's great bass players.
Well, I wrote a song and he was supposed to play on it. He liked the song and he goes, I would put this on my record. And so he
Why
had
does
it
he have a weird accent?
because his name is Fernando. What is he supposed to say? Like, oh, I'm Fernando.
What is he, Italian?
He is
Really Italian?
He's Cuban, actually.
He's Cuban, okay.
He's Cuban from Detroit.
And how's he
but
get
he
to
lives
be
in
called
Prague.
Saunders is not...
but he lives in Prague.
And he calls himself Saunders?
His last name's Saunders.
Can't be. It's not a Cuban name, surely, is it?
Well, maybe his dad was
American.
not, and his mom
Or
was
Irish.
Cuban.
Okay.
Irish. So anyway,
Okay, Fernando says,
he says, I want you to write another song. And I said, I ain't writing crap for you until I meet you. We've been working together over the Skype
you're
or the phone
very
and everything.
demanding.
And he goes, okay, when are you going into New York? And I go, I'm going there for my 50th birthday. He said, I will meet you in New York. He flew in from Prague. I get to show up at Pyramid Studios in Manhattan. He said, do you need a band? And I said, sure, who do you got? He brought Lou Reed's band with him. Nice. Lou was dead. They needed a singer. I was there. Was that crass? No, I shouldn't have said that.
that is amazing.
But it was crazy. So Fernando Saunders, who produced a couple of Lou Reed things, produced Marian Faithfull, etc., just produced my last record.
So Lou Reed's band, so you're Lou Reed too, then?
I'm like Lou Reed to the sequel, yeah.
And what was the sort of music? What's the
it's a song called Color Me Manhattan, which has been sort of compared to like Lou Reed meets Steve Earle kind of thing.
Can you do it?
Maybe in a little bit. I could do like a verse or two.
How long do we have to wait? Why can't we hear it now?
Because I need to go tune a guitar and get stuff. I could do
What
it
do you mean?
momentarily. I can do it momentarily. I think I have lyrics
Let's
on
just
my
talk
phone.
about Reiki. and he
Okay,
can
we'll
tune
talk
the
about
guitar.
Talk about
you
Reiki
tune
and
the
I'll
guitar.
tune.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Okay.
I'll be
Stasia,
back.
who have
Thank
you
you,
been texting this whole time? While
Oh,
we've been
I'm
talking?
just checking us all in on Facebook here.
Oh, okay, cool. All
I
right.
have the photographer taking pictures with my phone, so it all worked
Okay,
out.
so Douglas is
That's
taking photos
handy.
with your phone,
Yeah.
and you're putting them on Facebook while we
Yeah.
speak. Okay, cool. Okay, so what is Reiki therapy?
Reiki is a Japanese healing energy art form that isn't for everyone, but
Isn't?
for me, no, it's not for everyone because for me, I don't ever try to push what it is that I believe on other people, but I truly believe that magic lives within the belief itself. So if you believe in good vibes exist. If you believe in bad luck, then bad luck exists.
Can you believe in being super wealthy?
Oh yeah, I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
I believe.
All right. How long does it take for good vibes to come along, or more money, or whatever? You just believe it.
Yeah, I mean that could all happen
How
in
long?
an instant.
In an instant.
In an instant, because it's all about a state of mind, right? But as far as Reiki goes, like the healing energy, it's really just a hands-on healing touch is really what it is. So
So you touch.
Hands on where?
touche.
Well, that's a fair question.
Yeah. So
I thought-
generally speaking, to start, like people will, start with your hands on your head. It's just like a place to get grounded and to start there and just kind of center your thoughts.
You put your hands on the person.
On the person, yeah. You can
Right.
you can Reiki yourself too.
You sure can.
You can Reiki situations. You can Reiki your food. You can Reiki emails. You can Reiki.
What the heck does it mean?
What?
Once you can Reiki an email.
It's really about it's the good vibes, the intention. You're saying
You
like
can
I'm
put
putting
something into it.
Yeah, I'm putting this energy into it, and I hope that the person receiving this message truly hears what it is that I'm trying to convey to them.
That doesn't get lost over technology?
I mean, energy is energy.
Okay.
Cool.
How did you learn to do this? Or
This
A
is
book?
when I was in Seattle, I was feeling kind of anxious, and this is right before I realized that I was going to be moving. I got the calling to move to New Orleans, and so Reiki just kind of came on my radar, and I became a certified practitioner.
that sounds very easy.
And well,
Nothing to it. YouTube.
no,
teach yourself or
you
go to
spend
school?
spend time with a Reiki master. They actually have to go through an entire year of being an apprentice before that they can even teach Reiki to anybody else.
Do you have to have a license to put your hands on someone and tell them they're healed, or what?
Like
That's
legally,
just not called
no,
Reiki.
You don't have to have a license. It's kind of because it's a fringe
Oh, it's not.
practice.
Right.
I guess it's not like massage therapy, you know.
It's not.
But they do have certifications for Reiki practitioners. Yes.
So how do I feel after?
Very calm,
relaxed and-
blissed out. Yeah, just it's very relaxing, and they're.
Can you do it to us around
These
here?
things all sound very inappropriate, but there are Reiki circles, and where many people get together, and many people can put their hands on you and give you good vibes and good energy. That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
How much is a session?
It's kind of around the same lines of if you were to get a massage, it's around the same price point, but everybody's different, like any massage therapist.
So do you do it for a living? Do you give
No, actually, I came
just-
down here and I thought that I would pursue it as a career, possibly, either that or doing, professional organizing. But I realized that energetically speaking, I really wanted to do more hands-on things, like with people's stuff, as opposed to just like, I do use
their bodies?
Yeah, I do use Reiki to like hold space and to, like, because I change people's energy in their homes when I'm working with them. So it's really interesting
It's like
that
feng shui type?
it's all very. This is a very deep conversation. I just don't think I've had
Well,
enough beers.
I was going to say, we have a lot of alcohol to go here. That is a big drink.
Yeah, that is half full
It's a
for
stout.
sure.
What is that? A stout?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the NOLA Irish Stout.
Oh, cool.
It's good. I like it.
It looks great. So you're a beer drinker. How do you stay that skinny?
I drink a lot of water and I work out and I eat healthy.
I thought you were going to say good vibes.
And I've got a lot of I got a lot of good vibes. Thank you, Andrew.
Here's a song called Color Me Manhattan by P.H. Fred. Is that what it's called, Fred?
That's what
I
it's
thought
called.
that sounded pretty professional there.
Oh, thank you.
Like a sort of smooth segue.
Well, I woke up down in Chelsea, but I didn't even take the train. I'm surrounded by round tables, needle broke again. Well, I feel just like a tourist, though I've been here several times before. Falling in my pants on, I still can't find the door. I keep waiting on musicians, some stranger, let's call him Mark. I'm eating Chinese dumplings with a mugger in Central Park. People think I'm dead and some of them friends color me Manhattan, but not again. Dum-dee-dum-dum-dum. I'm feeling dum-dee-dum-dum-dum. I'm feeling dum-dee-dum-dum-dum. And I don't have the rest of the lyrics, and I forgot.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really great.
You have a... That does sound a little bit like Lou Reed, I have to say, doesn't it?
It even sounds more like Lou Reed, with Lou Reed's band backing me up.
And this is on your new record
It's on the
called
new record.
Crazy... What is it called?
Rough,
Fred?
Dumb, Crazy, Sad, and Blue.
Rough, Dumb, Crazy, Sad, and Blue. We could go through those one at a time if you like.
The parts of it, rough.
Rough.
Well, it started out as rough because originally these were a bunch of rough mixes that we started to throw together. Dumb because people think I was dumb when I said I was playing with these people in Lou Reed's band. Then their dumb went to me being crazy because they thought I was crazy when I told them stories of being in...
Well, you are crazy, though.
I am crazy.
We know that.
And then the Sad and Blue is a reference to the Bob Dylan song on there, the If Not For You.
Uh-huh.
Sad
Okay.
and which
I'm looking forward to hearing this. Yes,
which is actually
what?
that's a cool track. The Crazy Sad and Blue. The If Not For You, because that features Steve Hunter, also played with Lou Reed and Peter Gabriel. And I sent him the track, and I said I need guitar, and he goes, I'm not playing guitar. I'm playing banjo and mandolin. And I go, dude, you played with Alice Cooper, and you're offering me banjo and mandolin. He goes, trust me.
Wow.
He's a good banjo player.
How
Did not
cool.
know that.
So you put this whole thing together yourself, and now how funny, how serious, is the MySpace thing?
That's how I met all
It
these
really
guys.
was MySpace.
It was
for
really
real.
MySpace. It was right after Katrina. We were raising funds for a kids' handicap camp, and I contacted all
Did you
these
say
musicians.
Handicap?
No,
Handicap.
handicapped camp.
I thought you said panty cap.
Well,
That
that
would
was
be
the other.
great.
The panty camp
Yeah.
was something I'm working
That's
on right now.
different.
They can have free Raiku or whatever that's called. No, that's
Reiki.
Reiki. No, that's Reiki in the form of a haiku. That's Raiku.
A Raiku, okay.
And
In
Raikuter
Latin.
is going to be.
Right.
Anyway, I missed the Reiki conversation. I walked in on the end when it said the same price as a massage, and I said happy ending, and I didn't
Do we
say
all
that
look?
night.
Do we all look happier to you?
Y'all look
when you
happier
came
when I
back?
came back. Yes.
Can you send people good vibes without touching them? Session?
Yeah.
Can you do it right
I mean,
now?
you can do it.
Am I doing it without even knowing it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you are doing
I
it.
thought it was
feel
just a
happy.
drink. Really? Fernando Saunders. Okay, didn't that sound also like a little bit like Warren Zevon, I thought? Did you think?
It's in there as well.
Yeah. That's cool. So are you doing comedy songs as well?
I don't really do much comedy anymore.
You've given up that. You're not a funny guy.
I don't feel funny anymore. Actually, a year ago, a friend of mine who I'd done comedy with a long, long time passed away. And we came out of retirement, a bunch of us, to do a comedy benefit right down the street at that comedy shack. What's it called?
La Nuit.
La Nuit. And it was kind of cool. Ken Jeong and a lot of the guys from the comedy troupe came in town to do it. And after that, I was just sort of burnt out. I felt spent comedy-wise.
You didn't enjoy it?
Well, I enjoyed doing
laugh?
it. I enjoyed doing it that night, but I tried to do it after that. And I just didn't feel funny. I don't know. Ebola, not too funny.
No.
Ebola, not too funny.
Ebola, not too funny.
Strong Halloween costume, though.
That was good. Do you think that we're going to see a lot of those for Halloween?
I think we're going to see some Ebolas this year. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a sexy Ebola
like
costume
that.
ality.
Sexy Ebola. What is it?
What does that
What
entail?
is sexy Ebola?
Like protection, you know.
Diarrhea and vomiting?
So it's basically like
Yeah.
a really
Sexy diarrhea.
short skirt.
I think
and
there was a song by Prince.
Rubber gloves and a hazmat.
Okay.
Like a nurse.
mask.
Like a nurse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's
Well, that
crazy.
makes a lot of sense when you
Yeah.
think about it.
It's never too soon, I
No.
suppose.
Yep.
Okay. Where'd that come from, Fred? What made you think of Ebola there? Well, how'd that come up?
But we were talking about things not being funny anymore. Things haven't been funny lately.
Oh, I see.
Even
Oh,
though-
there's too much in the world that's not funny. There's
Yeah.
always something serious in the
Yeah,
world.
there is. Actually, I think the Pope is funny.
Is he?
He's going to be the first Pope being excommunicated while Pope.
Would
What
they-
did he do?
I think he's upsetting a lot of people.
This is new to me. I didn't hear about this.
Well,
What did
What's he done?
He's advocating. Well, I agree with him, but he's advocating
Oh, I see. His-
gays. He's advocating.
his
I
liberal
think
approach.
that's
He's very, very,
awesome.
oh, I think it's awesome too.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get whacked.
No.
He's going to be shot? You mean?
The
hadn't heard that.
Italian,
Assassinated.
the Italian part of the church is going to get pissed off with this, and they're going to put a whack out on him.
Wow. Didn't someone try and kill the Pope, the other Pope once?
Yeah, that's why they're the Pope mobile
John
now.
Paul? Oh, that's why they have the Pope.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
visited him. He
So-
visited him in jail and forgave him.
I guess
You
you
know
know
that?
the Pope. No, I didn't,
didn't know that.
Visited him. Yeah.
Why did the guy want to do it? What did the Pope done to him?
I don't know, man. That's one of those Pope killing guys.
But you think, Fred, this guy's asking for it because he's too radical.
I think people are getting upset with him. I don't know.
He's doing
What is he
great.
saying? He's saying that the Catholic Church should allow everybody into it, like an
Yeah.
actual religion. so-
Like a real religion.
Rather than
he's
some
being
sort of-
he's being Christ-like.
Right. Well, that's no good at all,
That's
right?
awful,
Yeah,
terrible.
I see what you're saying now. I didn't realize that. What does he think about all the rest of the people who can't? Who else can't get in it? You
Oh, divorcees?
Divorced, you can't go.
He's letting them back in.
That's good too.
No, that's all good.
And where does it say you can't, as a Catholic, do that? Is it in the Bible somewhere?
I don't know.
I never remember seeing that.
I didn't really get past chapter 1, to be honest with you.
Well, you went to a Catholic high school.
Oh yeah.
Mikayla, did you go to a Catholic school?
Nope. I went to a public school.
Public school? PH, did you go to a Catholic
I went to a
school?
Catholic school, valedictorian Jesuit high school.
Okay. Stasia, what sort of school
Latin
did
and
you go
Greek
to?
and all that stuff.
I just went to a public high school in Michigan, but I was raised Lutheran, and I
Lutheran.
And they
Lutheran.
quit the church a long time ago. Those Lutherans.
Yeah, and then I quit that when I was about 16.
Got out. When did you start singing the rock and roll music?
When I was really young. My father's a rock musician.
What does he play?
And, he plays guitar and sings. So he wanted to be
okay.
a rock star, and so then he had kids.
So you screwed the whole thing up for him.
And so
Are you the oldest?
I am, yeah. And so I
So
was
it's
like,
all
well,
your
I'm
fault.
going to be the rock star. So I moved to Seattle to do that. And I did that for about 15 years.
What year was that? Was it like at the height of the whole Nirvana, Pearl Jam type?
It was, no, it was like right on the back end of that. So I moved out there in 97. That height was about 95, because I think that's when Kurt Cobain died, right?
Okay.
And,
But Seattle was still a...
but it's still a
Hotbed of good
huge,
music.
yeah, it's like a huge music.
So who were the other
industry
guys in the
down
band? How'd you find them?
there. I found them through Craigslist, actually.
So we got
It was really great.
MySpace and Craigslist.
Yeah, we're kicking it old school today.
And they were called the Endeavors, this band. You came up with that name, you guys.
I did,
You came
yeah,
Up. Why?
yeah.
Why is that?
Why did I come up with the name?
Yeah. Why the Endeavors?
Oh, it just spoke to me. It took me a long time to come up with it. You know, you got to come up with the band names like naming a
That's
child.
ridiculously hard.
Yeah, and like when it hit me, I was like, that's it. And then I looked up theendeavors.com, and that still was available. And I
Well,
was like,
oh,
holy
You know,
Really?
the
shit.
difference between coming up with a band name and a child's name is if you find out another child has that name, you can't name your child that name. You know?
Sometimes you have the same
gotta be
problem with the
original.
band, but but yeah. So I found my bandmates through Craigslist,
Right.
and I was very specific, saying things like, if you don't meet these requirements, please don't waste my time. I won't waste yours. And a friend of mine who's incredibly talented said, Stasia, I don't think you're going to get very many responses from this. And I said, that's perfect. That's going to save me a lot of time.
No time wasters. Isn't that
Yeah.
one of the things they put on these music ads and music no time wasters?
I got one response.
Wow.
And that was the guy I was with
Mr. Right.
as my guitarist for 3 years we were together. Yeah, it was
You did it.
great.
So I had a look online. I found a link to the endeavors.
Oh, yeah?
There's actual YouTube footage of you in a bar
Yes.
singing a song called Highway or something.
That's a good one. I love
yeah,
that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now you have a whole different life. Now you're like a business.
I
person.
shook the Etch-a-Sketch of life, and I just started over with a clean slate.
I like that.
However, everything that I did as a musician, because I was a networker, right? I would go to bars and I would try to meet other bands that I was interested in and put shows together with them and book the venues and do all. I mean, you had to work it. And
Were you smoking cigarettes at that point?
I had quit smoking when I was about 26, but
Okay.
yeah, I quit smoking cigarettes. But there was a lot of drinking, and
Right.
I fell in love with a lot of bartenders. I never dated musicians. I always fell in love with bartenders, and I won't do that anymore. But everything I learned as a musician, I was able to translate that over into what I can do now as a business. It's still a business. It's not. They don't call it the music business for nothing, right?
Sure.
So.
Well, how did you come up with the idea of organizing people's stuff? Where'd that come from?
So my day job, I was a nanny for 15 years, and I worked with a family, one particular family, for 10 years. I was with them, and the youngest was really my prototype for how I work with my clients, right? So.
How old was
she? Was when we started doing this, she was about 5, 6 years old. So her birthday or the holidays would come up, and I'd say, okay, so we need to make room for the holiday clothes or the birthday toys that are coming in. What can we get rid of? And I would go with her one shelf, one drawer at a time. And so everything I used to do in Seattle, I do here in New Orleans, but in a whole new up-leveled kind of way.
So these people must have had some money, because every time the kid had a birthday, they throw all the shit away and they buy new stuff for it.
No, we
About
live in a
organization
world.
grant.
Is that what you're saying?
We live
No.
in a world of consumerism, right?
Right.
So
Does everyone do that?
Yeah, I mean, you should do it. I mean, every time the holidays come around, people
throw
getting
away
you
this.
things. No, people are giving you things that you don't. Either you're
Right.
going to keep and you want, and so you got to integrate it into your life and make room for it, or they give you things that you don't want, and you are not obligated to hold on to tacky presents for the rest of your life. You can let them go
Is regifting
immediately.
kosher?
Regifting is awesome. I actually have a white elephant party
That's solid.
every year, and so you're not allowed to spend any money
Right.
on the gift. So
Like
you
that.
either find something in your home that I've gotten people giving away half empty 40s, a box of holy socks,
Yeah.
or then just that really tacky Snuggie that
Yep.
somebody didn't want that somebody else really wanted.
I said I would take that.
My uncles
Yeah.
and cousins got tired of getting tools for Christmas that everybody already had, so we started a green Christmas where you had to pick up whatever you were bringing, just one thing, but you did kind of a draft to see who got what, but everybody brought one thing that they got off the curb, and it was amazing how good
Found.
Oh yeah,
Neat.
and it was
Yeah.
amazing how awesome these presents ended up being. I got some amazing shit.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, I got this.
You get
this
only bring
killer,
stuff you found.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the best thing that you got?
I got this killer mirror in this frame that is ornate and beautiful and has two lamps that plug in and light up next to it, kind of looking like candles on the side. Very, what would you call it?
Catholic.
Gothic
No,
almost?
not quite gothic, but yeah, somewhere in that design vein of kind of floral and organic shapes, and just really lovely. It's too heavy, and I haven't hung it anywhere, but it's beautiful.
And someone was throwing that
Baby
away
steps.
and one
Tossing it. Now it's mine.
Really? Oh, not you.
No, I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should hang it up.
No, I was
because
not tossing it, yeah.
Otherwise, it's just clutter.
Yeah.
It's just really cool
I know.
clutter.
I know. It's just organized in some corner, dark attic,
Yeah.
space.
Put it up on the wall. Make it integrated into your life.
Maybe I should.
honor it.
What does your place look like?
My place
Where do
is
you live?
awesome.
Where do you live?
I'm in Mid-City.
Mid-City,
Yeah. I live on a fabulous block with like amazing neighbors. We had a porch party last night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I went out. I went to the porch party, and then I had a date. So I left the porch party, went on a date for a couple hours, came back. The porch party was
Still
still
going.
going strong.
Did you bring the date back to the porch party?
No, I didn't. No.
Where
no.
did you go with the date?
I went to the new place on Bank Street, Dis and Dat.
Oh yeah.
What's that like?
It was awesome.
Is it anything to do with Dat Dog at all?
Yeah,
It
but
is.
they're doing burgers now too, and it's real cute on the outside and the inside. You can like go sit in the back, you can sit in the front and the inside.
So
I
what's the
love
guy like? How'd you meet him? Craigslist?
Oh, I just lost my headphones there.
You gave him some Reiki.
No, actually, that was from OK-Cupid. And
Ah,
I was just ready to delete my profile, at least suspend it, because I was tired of like really lame emails. And
Okay, what's the definition of a lame email?
yo, girl, what's up?
Really?
And it includes that little neck movement that you
Yeah. That's right.
That's the Michigan in me.
Guys write that to you on OkCupid. Really?
Hey, girl, you looking good.
What are you wearing in this picture?
Like, I have like my business profile picture up
Okay.
there. Like, I'm looking, but then I've got my, my Mardi Gras pictures and all my holiday. I like to dress up. I don't know if you guys noticed.
No.
never would have thunk it.
Are you telling them right off the bat that you're doing the crazy Reiki thing, or do they have to find that out later on the
I
day?
don't really do. Well, the Reiki thing, that's like, you like dug that up. I hadn't really been thinking about that.
Well, I
but
just read it off this piece of paper, but I think if you put that on OkCupid, I think someone reading this
I
bio
didn't
of
put
you,
that.
they would either think that this is like the best woman of all time, or they'd be really scared.
What's that?
This whole thing about you do Reiki therapy, you're a firewalker, you're a singer in a rock band, you've got a business.
Yeah, so...
And you go to
come
porch
from-
parties.
and you go to
And
porch
once
parties.
again,
Right.
yeah. So it's like somebody might say, I don't think anybody's going to respond to that.
Well, that's what you want. You just want the one person.
I just want the one person.
I think that would be interesting if I read that on. What's the hit rate on OkCupid? Not too good.
What's that?
The strike rate. You haven't met anybody except
well,
this one guy.
I mean, like the OK-Cupid dates, you go on some OK dates. But
That's why it's called
It's in the
OK
name.
Cupid.
Yeah.
It's not like calling
Why-
fucking fantastic
Why
Cupid.
don't they call it that?
OK Cupid.
But no, my date last night was actually really excellent.
Okay.
And oddly enough, we had a Seattle-New Orleans connection. He's a New Orleans native, lived in Seattle for most of his life, and is back here. And that's just odd.
Is there a way to verify that?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Fingerprints, things like that.
So what's he supposed to do next? Is he supposed to call you today?
I'm a busy person, so
Well, I
he's
can
already...
see that. Yeah.
He's already texted you.
He's texted me.
It's the afternoon.
Yeah,
you're
no.
sitting around with your.
He's
is this your
texted me.
first beer of the day? by
No,
the
this is
way?
my first
Okay.
beer. Yeah, no. This
So it's like,
He'll
what is it?
get a call.
4:30.
He'll get a call
All
a
right,
couple
very
more.
this is
busy.
what I'm going to ask about you, the Michigan thing.
Yeah.
Upper or lower?
Oh, yeah, Grant, you can
Uper?
take this. You know
Uper
this,
or
right?
Troll?
I know the name of this place that you're
Yeah,
from.
so I'm in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
I'm
That's where-
familiar with Ypsilanti as well.
Okay, so because Iggy Pop is from
Right.
Ypsilanti.
Is
And
he
Mike
really?
Watt, one of my bass players, plays with Iggy Pop.
Fantastic. Yep, that's all that on the
From the
thing there.
Stooges.
Okay.
There's also an awesome book called The Three Christs of Ypsilanti.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that book?
I've heard of it, but I've
Never heard of it.
There's a mental institution in Ypsilanti, Michigan called.
I think my family lived there.
They do?
Oh man, this is going great for the folk song, but I'm trying to figure out what rhymes with Ypsilanti. I'll
What?
get it. Yeah.
I'm from
We could go
Ypsilanti.
back to that panty
I'm an
thing that we had
Ypsilanti-
earlier.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
That totally rhymes.
Ypsilanti, whoops a panty.
Perfect. So this book is about this psychiatrist at Ypsilanti, Michigan, who had a patient back in the days, like in the 50s, when they locked people up for this kind of thing. Now they're just all on the street, of course. But he thought he was Jesus Christ, and so the psychiatrist went to a convention of psychiatrists and met two other psychiatrists who also had patients who thought they were Jesus Christ, and they did this experiment. That's what this book is about. He shipped these three guys who all thought they were Jesus to the Ypsilanti, Michigan mental institution and put them all in the same room.
And then what happened?
That's what the book is about. It's
I love it.
fantastic. It's a brilliant book, actually.
Love
Okay,
it.
tell me what it's called again. I'm
The
intrigued.
Three Christs of
Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That is such a song.
Isn't it? Well, it could be a
Yeah.
great
I'm
song.
gonna have to read that one.
Okay.
Okay,
Talking
good.
of song, we have to get through some music. Mikayla, what are you going to play for us today?
Something that's not on any record, and it might or might not be on the next one. I haven't decided.
We'll decide for you today.
Cool.
It's
We'll
called
hold
the
up.
Three Christ of Ypsilanti.
Yeah, well, no, I'm going to take it down.
You
a
heard
notch.
it here first.
I got this new low string. It's a low G rather than. I met someone in the quarter who plays a lot of ukulele and upright bass and just gave me these strings. It's really nice, but
So it's a special new tuning of your ukulele.
same tuning, just an octave lower for this one string. So it makes it sound a lot different, richer, if you will.
Oh, okay.
But this one's called The Same Page. All right.
Think we're on the same page. Don't wanna have a conversation, 'cause we want nothing to change. Labels are just simple words, but translate to complication in this social world. But I want nothing to change. I just want to say, still growing on me every day. And I just have to say, I'd like to be the only face you see when you wake. Well, the other night it flooded, I got stuck, I couldn't pick you up, just the worst of love. So I waited till the pub across the street. An hour later you showed up with soaking feet. Wait, so you walked miles in the rain just to see my face? Well, I just want to say, it's still growing on me every day. And I just have to say, I think we're on the same page. You kissed my cheek to dry my tears. I hadn't opened up like that in years. What are you doing to me? 'Cause I've been afraid for so long, but you took my hands and you held on. Now all I want to do is hold on to you. Hold on to you. And I just want to say, you're still growing on me every day. And I just have to say, I'd like to be the only face you see when you wake. And I think we're on the same page. Well, I hope we're on the same page. But I think we're on the same page.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What do you vote? Put it on the album or not, guys? Andrew?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
On or
definitely.
off?
I'll give
Yeah,
it a thumbs
on.
up.
I mean, I guess I haven't heard the other
On,
ones,
on.
but yeah.
I would say.
That would be-
Stasia, what do you think?
She has a stunning voice.
Thanks.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mikayla, gorgeous.
I felt it.
Yeah,
Woo!
beautiful stuff.
I
Great.
like when you start moving.
Powerful.
Yeah.
That means everything to me. So thanks.
That was powerful. And you two guys have something else in common. You used to work at Commanders as well.
I did for about a year.
Oh. I think that it's a requirement when you move into New Orleans
helps.
that you work at Commanders.
I mean, there are so many people that work there. It's really cool to be able to meet so many people.
250 people, like, immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, everybody. everybody. So now, like, even though I hadn't been there for like 2 years, I can go to any festival or anywhere I want, and I will probably run into at least one person I knew from Commanders.
Absolutely.
And is it like a family? People support
absolutely.
each other and they'll come to your gigs and.
Oh, yeah. Actually, my band, I'm in a 7-piece band as well, and the drummer is a captain at Commanders, and came to see me do an open mic night at, I think, like Checkpoint Charlie's once, and said, hey, our singer's leaving, you want to be in a band? And so
Nice.
that happened, and now a bunch of people come to see us from Commanders. It's nice.
And that's
I
how I
love
met
that.
you, come to think of it. I totally forgot that.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
who worked at Commanders, as we do that other show at Commanders, we do
Yeah.
Out to Lunch, you know, the business show at Commanders, and somebody came to me and gave, one of the other people who worked there, and gave me a card and said, you need to call this woman. She's got a great voice.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah. And you were too shy to do it, she said.
So
Well,
we
no.
all
She
have
didn't tell me she
Commanders
was
in
doing it.
common, because that's where I met Grant, was at the Out to Lunch at Commanders
That Out to
Palace.
Lunch show is,
That was just
a
like
lucky
2
shot.
months ago. That was awesome.
it was.
Yes.
That's
that-
where I saw you on Out to Lunch. That's how I know about you.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know at that point, though, that you have this whole rock and roll side to you.
Yeah.
And you fall in love with bartenders. It's a pity you don't fall in love with one down here. This would be a great city to fall in love with a bartender in.
Depends, man.
It depends,
Depends.
Really?
Yeah.
On
I
what?
think that ship
Well,
has
which
sailed.
bar? You can start there.
that,
Okay, all right.
makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And what are you doing now, Mikayla, besides...
I'm still waiting tables.
Yeah.
But I love it. I really do. I actually give out a lot of business cards because my favorite thing in the world is to meet new people, and you meet so many different people waiting tables.
Yeah.
And if they, say, what do you do besides this? And I tell them about it. I'm never like, hi, I actually do this, but I'm also a musician. Come to my show tonight. But if we get into the conversation, I'll, give them a business card. And a lot of people have come to my shows. It's really cool. It's really nice. Yeah.
How do you plan on getting out of waiting tables? What's the full-time musician
Not
plan?
stressed about it. I mean,
Right.
I once I start touring, which I cannot wait for, because that's my other favorite thing, is just to travel and meet more new people and play music while I'm at it. So that hopefully will help. I mean,
I know there's a lot of good musicians in New Orleans, but your voice is spectacular.
thanks.
So something has to happen, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm working
Yeah.
on it. I'm doing a lot of projects with, like, completely different, like, I'm doing some hip-hop R&B hooks. I'm doing some neo-jazz stuff. I'm working with another, well, just a bunch of I don't want to like talk about it before they're all done, before
All right.
that they even happen, but
Do you have a studio or you just work in your apartment?
just my apartment, yeah. My band has been recording, the Crooked Vines have been recording out in a studio on West Bank, and the guy who's been recording us lives uptown actually, and we're working on that, so hopefully we'll have a release in a few months, but if you go to my website, you can follow that,
Which is Mikayla.
Yeah.
Music.com.
.com.
I like the name of the band, Crooked Vines.
The Crooked Vines, yeah. We have I guess we'll have a website eventually, but we have a Facebook page now that has all the updates and everything.
Nice.
That one's a lot of fun. It's a dancey one, which is why I take my solo stuff down a couple notches, because I can dance on stage with the big band,
Are you dating anybody from OkCupid?
No, actually.
Nobody?
Do you have a profile?
I don't. Should I make one? I don't know.
We could
if
do
they
it
had a
for you
fucking
here.
spectacular Cupid, I'd be on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
yeah.
they need to call
Maybe-
it.
maybe
That's
that's
what they
a
need to
great
call
idea.
it.
That's what we're setting up, Grant.
PH Fred, we should get on that immediately.
If my app doesn't take off, we're doing the website.
If your app doesn't work and you panty camp. Is that
No,
what-
actually, there's an app.
You have an app?
I have an app called the Freducator, which
Oh, okay. I
educates
didn't know
children.
if
We'll talk about that.
No,
sometime.
tell us about it. What is it? Can we get
It's-
it right now?
you
on
can-
our
it's coming out
oh.
within the next month on iPhones, and
Right.
it teaches kids how to do the ACT. I've had a kid jump 10 points on the ACT using the app.
Wow.
I had a kid going to one of these Catholic schools in Kenner, which is an oxymoron school in Kenner. Anyway, the kid got $250,000 of scholarship money using my app.
Nice.
So it comes out nationally later this year.
Can we
That's the thing.
invest in it or something now? Can we be
we
one of
will-
these
well-
people who said we put $10 into
Who
Microsoft?
knows? Who knows? You could.
What do you do on the app? Suppose I got it.
It's basically the hot tips to take the test. I took like the 10,000 pages that were written about the ACT, and in the past 18 years, I've condensed that to 100 flashcards. And it's the
So
stuff
you're
that
sort of a genius, really.
they've
You're like
said-
a sort of idiot savant,
I'm
kind of.
more idiot than
More
savant.
idiot.
Yes,
That's pretty amazing, though, isn't it? Really, seriously.
I'm the
So-
mid-city idiot. That's what I am. Yes,
Mid-city it?
I'm a mid-city idiot. I'm a mid-city idiot.
Combining
So,
words.
are you on the meds now or off?
I'm on the meds.
You're on the meds.
I'm on
I
more
thought-
meds than last you saw me.
Even.
even.
Because I remember last time you told us you were on a whole lot of stuff because you were really crazy and you
I was
flip
really.
out.
Well, the last time I was supposed to be on the show, I wasn't here because I almost died.
Yeah, so what happened there?
I was tutoring one of these children a day
Yeah.
before I was supposed to be on the show, started to have chest pains. And my dad died of a heart attack, so I drove myself to the hospital. They kept me there for 2 days. No, a day. $20,000.
Whoa.
That almost gave me a heart attack.
But you're okay.
Yeah, my heart's fine.
What are you taking these days? You got extra stuff?
Every musician in the world.
Every
that's-
musician in the
yes.
world. I have
What do you got?
I have good stuff. I don't have any Adderall for your sound guy. Because I heard that's hard to get in Canada.
It's delicious.
What are you on then?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, of course.
I'm on the valproic acid, a.k.a. Depakote.
Depakote, what's that? That's like
It's like
anti-anxiety med?
No, it's for bipolar, for the ups and the
Bipolar.
downs.
Oh, okay.
I'm on lithium. which is-
You're on Lithium, which was the name of your last album, was called Lithium
yes,
or something.
Lithium, the Bipole Dancer. Yes, that was my last.
Okay. So what does that do? Does that have any? Do these have any side effects?
No.
Interaction.
Everything has a side
You probably
effect.
shouldn't drink, but
Oh,
besides
well,
that,
it's too late for that right
yeah,
now.
it's too late for that.
What is this one you're drinking here,
it's a
Fred?
Pim's Cup,
Oh, that's
Oh
a good
yeah,
idea.
is it good?
which is served the drink of choice at Napoleon House,
Okay.
which was built for Napoleon when he was supposed to leave France, you know. Mm-hmm. That building, not the drink.
Yes, we do know that. Okay, so you're on those two. What? Depakote and
Lithium.
Lithium. Anything else?
Thyroid medicine?
Oh, you have a thyroid problem?
Yeah, my thyroid
not
doesn't
connected.
produce. No, that's not connected.
Is that connected to bipolar and crazy?
I don't think so. Crazy's connected to crazy.
What is-
Creativity's connected to crazy.
That's what I was
So
wondering
these
if you
people
came
are
up
crazy
with.
too.
Well, that's what I wondered if you came up with this genius idea when you were off the meds and you had like some sort of
Epiphany.
blinding epiphany. Yes.
That's a good word for it.
Thanks. Is that what happened or?
I don't know. They just come to me. I wake up in the middle of the night. And
No, but this
just
whole
write the shit
thing.
down.
This whole thing with you've condensed the last 18 years of the ACT into a
And
couple
to-
of flashcards.
Yeah.
The thousands. I mean,
Well, the
Was
fact
that-
that I
was
took
that a-
this kid who wasn't very bright and I got her $250,000 of scholarship money. That's
well,
pretty insane.
you didn't even add that, but initially she
Yeah.
wasn't even bright.
Well, she was bright, but she wasn't that bright. Let's put it that way.
Okay. $250,000.
That's crazy.
How much? So how much are you going to charge for the app?
The app's like $10, I think. So usually a parent would pay $500 for a course or $1,500 for a course. They're spending $10 on an app. It's cheaper to buy the app than it is to sign up for the test.
Holy crap!
Well, these people are probably doing other things, right? This is a supplemental thing, or do you recommend they just use your app?
Well, we're working that out now. I need some guinea pigs. So if you have any pigs or guinea pigs taking the test.
What do you need? Like some kids who would.
Kids. Yeah, we need some kids.
Okay.
Like what ages?
We can send you
I want to
kids.
hook you
Tomorrow's
up.
Halloween, bro.
sophomore.
Tomorrow's when you get them.
You want some candy? Candy in a standardized test is a number 2 pencil. You just give them
Halloween's tomorrow, y'all.
How about some Scantrons, everybody?
But anyway, that's what's coming up with me. So hopefully
The
next time you see me,
Freducator.
you have a new sponsor for
Well,
this
I'll
thing.
tell you what. Yeah, that's a
Freducator.
great idea. You'll be able to buy this whole city if this works
Yeah,
out.
it does.
So people listen to the show, like they'll come listen to it a year later or whatever.
Right.
So by the time you listen to this, it's a chance it'll be out.
Oh, it'll be out.
It's called the Freducator.
Freducator.
And what are the chances that whoever owns the ACT is going to shut this whole thing down?
Well, that's the only thing is they could change the test, but we just revise the cards.
It's better for you. They have to spend another $10.
Exactly. And as one of the kids told me, he said, "You know how many people are going to want to buy this?" I go, "I don't know." And she goes, "Everybody. It's
Yeah.
only $10."
Yeah.
How many people take the ACT every year? 500,000 kids.
Okay, well, can we work that out right now? 500,000
Times 10.
times 10 is
That's 5 million.
50 million or 5 million?
5 million
5 million.
a year.
Get it?
That doesn't sound all that much for a genius breakthrough. Maybe you need to charge more.
No, but the thing is,
Why don't you charge $19.99 for
we
this
could do
thing?
that.
Yeah, but think of all the ad deals that you get. Coke and stuff's going to be after this guy to do.
okay.
And then all of a sudden you have the
Endorsement.
essays. Because the thing
right.
is,
Brought
I
to
do
you
everything
by
from
Cheetos.
I do everything from middle school all the way through the LSAT. Though. You want to go to law school? Grant?
Yes, I would love to go to law school. Could I do it on the app? There's an app for that.
Freducator.
I
I see. This is just the
yeah.
beginning.
So anyway,
So
you want a
they say-
record deal? I do an app for record deals and
This is
studios.
great. So you can the ACT is just the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So now you're going to do an app for all these other
right.
courses.
You need a high school diploma?
Jesus Christ! This
Get
is,
the Freducator.
you're not even kidding, right?
No, I'm not joking.
Holy shit!
Who
this
do you
is
think
good.
called me while we're in the middle of this interview?
I don't know.
thing?
Who was it? Why didn't you take the call?
Lou Reed.
No, it is Halloween tomorrow. You'll be dead for a year. And it'll be a seance. That's what we could have done today.
Now,
It
who,
was the
Aw,
app
man.
people, actually.
who are the app people? Well, okay, well, tell us. Andrew, you have to play a song.
No, I don't.
No,
Yes,
you should play a
Yeah.
song.
You do.
You do.
But I want to know about how you go about doing this app. Shall I make you play one first, then we'll come back and ask
Yeah,
you
come
about
back
that?
to
No,
that.
yeah, you should. I need to tune anyway. So.
Okay, all right. Well,
Talk
you
amongst
tune-
yourselves.
Okay, we're going to get a Reiki therapy session.
Yeah, let's get a Reiki therapy
Yeah,
session.
and then we'll
All
talk
right.
about how you make an app.
Midi at
Can
Savant.
you-
Vibes.
Mid-city at
You
Savant.
can't tell the future or anything, can you, Stacia?
No,
You're not
nobody can tell the
clairvoyant.
future.
Nobody. Oh, okay. I just wondered if we knew about Fred's app. So, Fred, so you have the idea. When you say who's the guy calling you about
Well,
that?
I used to before I worked for Little Tickets and Disney. I used to do educational software, and I was tutoring these kids. And the people from the software company saw me again and again and again and again. They go, "You do something a little bit differently than these other tutors. We need to meet." And after meeting with them for like 2 hours, after the guy insulted me about being crazy, we signed a contract, and I own 51% of the company. So.
And what is he putting up?
Actually, he's like for my neck and my.
No, what is it?
What do you mean, what does he put out?
Well, what's he putting up?
His
For you,
butt,
you're
right?
putting up 51%. For 51%,
Well, he
you've
knows-
got the whole idea. So what's he? Is he paying for it? Or is
he's paying. He's fronting all the money.
Okay.
He has the software developers. He has the monkeys like typing code and all. that
Okay,
stuff.
and where's he?
He's in New Orleans,
He's here too.
and then the other guys in India, and some guys in Spain or something. I have no
Wow.
idea.
So this is a whole New Orleans thing then.
Yeah.
Who's your New Orleans partner? You just tell us who he is, or is it quite secret? Secret. Okay.
Might have to kill me.
He's a software developer guy
Yes.
here. So you two guys are going to be looking pretty good. We need to have you on out to lunch.
Could be. I'll be.
Yeah.
Holy
I'll be
shit.
giving you the business
Yeah.
soon.
Wow. Okay.
That'd be a good show.
Andrew, you ready to rock?
I'm ready to
Okay,
rock.
what are you going to do?
I'm gonna do something real sad for you.
Yay!
Sad, dark.
idea.
The only things growing are invasive ivy and graveyard. Everything else has a season and waits its goddamn turn. It should be a crime for a man not to write what's on his heart. When you go, leave behind the lessons you learn. God knows we try we all must to fight back the years, to fight back the rush. There's soon enough time, it's all gonna leave us in the dust. The only thing wrong with brand new shoes, they ain't broken in yet. It's nothing that miles of hard luck and trouble can't fix. Becky has been praying all night for her mother who's fading fast. She prays to a God she believes does not give a shit. But God knows she tries, we all must, to fight back the tears, to fight back the rust. But soon enough time, it's all gonna leave us in the dust. God knows we try we all must, to fight back the tears, to fight back the rust. But soon enough time, it's all gonna leave us. Soon enough time, it's all gonna leave us. Soon enough time, It's all gonna leave us in the dirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Nothing wrong with sad.
Hey, man.
Very nice. It's
Sounds
new.
good. Dark and real and stuff.
We're going to leave left with nothing but dust.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Well, that's a real nice end to happy hour.
Don't you think?
Yeah, pretty uplifting. Stacia, what do you think when you hear these guys singing? Do you wish you were still singing? You want to get back to it?
I love it. Well, I always think I sing every day.
Okay.
My neighbors can hear me singing. They said they can hear me in my kitchen. But yeah, I think probably what I'll end up doing at some point is just doing side projects and not pursuing it as my main goal
Right.
in life, like I was for as many years as I had, but just stepping back and taking it from a new approach, and being able to appreciate just the music part of it as opposed to trying just to be successful with it.
And if people want to meet you and have you come and tidy up their house and so on,
Yeah,
they'll get a Reiki
that's what I
healing.
do. Yeah.
So the company is called Clear the Clutter.
Clear the Clutter, yeah. And I'm on Facebook. I've got before and after pictures that I post of like clients.
Not yourself.
I put pictures of myself playing with people's messes, yeah.
Not before and after pictures. Not like I lost 55 pounds clearing the clutter.
You can lose a lot of weight getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
It's the fastest way to lose weight, actually.
Well, we haven't got onto any of that, of course. People can hear you on Out to Lunch if they would like to go and
Yeah,
hear
that
about
was
all
so
your
much
company.
fun, too, yeah.
It's on our
That was
website,
great.
it's neworleans.com, if they want to hear about how the whole business works. But there's a whole psychological aspect to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of therapeutic
Yeah.
benefit that comes from
We
it.
didn't talk about firewalking at all.
No, you know
Maybe
what?
next
If
time.
you'll have me back, I'd
Yeah,
love
we'd
to
love
talk
to have you
about
back.
firewalking.
If Graham says you'd like to come back, you'd like to come back. Yes? I think she says it's okay. Okay.
Thumbs up.
You guys, thank you. Stasia Cymes, thank you so much for being here with
Thank
us
you
today.
so much. I really
P.H.
appreciate
Fred, the inventor of the Freducator as well. And Mikayla, looking for a producer and a studio. If you have any ideas about that, drop her a line at
Hello, world.
Mikayla Music. And Andrew Duhon, thank you for coming back.
Good to be back, man.
Yahoo. That's our show.
Happy
Today, that was Happy
Halloween.
Hour. Oh, thanks. Our show is produced today by Graham DePonte, and our associate producer and technical director is Chris Kehoe. Christian Unruh is our music director, and the theme music that you're currently listening to was written by and is being played by Mitch Foreman. The fabulous audio quality of the show is brought to you in part by PreSonus Audio Electronics. If you'd like to be on our show, and you can sit upright around the table for about 60 minutes, drop us a line. Our address is on our website. We can also check out other happy hour shows, as well as Out to Lunch, as we mentioned, with Peter Raschuti live from Commander's Palace. Mindset with psychiatrist Dr. Nick Pajek, true to the game, with the fabulous Chris True, Midnight Menu +1 with Margot Moss, and the man who ate New Orleans, Ray Canada, and Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tooker. You can keep up with us on Facebook, on Twitter, and a bunch of other time-sucking social media. On all of it, we're It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show and see what we all look like on itsneworleans.com. And on Facebook as well.
You'll
as
regret
well as
it.
our Google Plus page. These photos were taken by the fabulous Douglas Engel. Where is he? There he is. Hello, Douglas. If you're listening to this show on iTunes or Stitcher or Swell or some other podcast app, thank you so much for subscribing to us. And more people are doing it every week. It's amazing. Take a moment if you can, if you like us, to rate and review us and tell other people that you liked it. That helps them find us. Our show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street, where they put fine dining into a sandwich and fine booze into a glass. Correct, everybody?
Correct. Yes, indeed.
Yes, Fred had a sandwich even before we got here. Happy Hour is a production of I&O Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. For Andrew Duhon, everyone around the table here at Wayfare, back at the I&O office, for Graham DePonte and Chris Kehoe behind me. I'm Grant Morris. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next time on Happy Hour.
I can't believe it.
That Gerald is presenting the quarterly budget report with finger puppets?
Look, here comes a 1.7% decrease in fixed overhead. Hello, everybody.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Who are you? The projected increase in organic Q3 revenue. Hooray!
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.